Hey everyone, welcome to Murky Waters. Today is Saturday, November 27th, and today I've got some picks for you for this weekend's upcoming NFL schedule. So the first game will be the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I've got the Pittsburgh Steelers on that game. TJ Watt should be returning from injury. He got hurt a couple games ago, and I think this is huge because he's the MVP for their team. Pittsburgh goes as TJ Watt goes, and I think that's going to be huge for them to have him back against a division rival. It's going to be a low-scoring, ugly game. Pittsburgh likes them that way. I know it's in Cincinnati, but I think they are going to play to Pittsburgh's tempo, and I think that'll be a little bit too much for Joe Burrow, as he's thrown 5 picks in 5 games, and Pittsburgh's defense likes forcing turnovers, so look for that to continue. I'd say a pick or two. Big Ben's actually had 9 touchdowns and no interceptions in his last 5 games, so he's been playing really well, and they've been playing a lot more through Najee Harris, which kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off Big Ben, and he hasn't had that really since Le'Veon Bell left. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers to win straight up 17-14. Next, we've got the Tampa Bay BUCS visiting the surging Indianapolis COLTS. I'm going to take the COLTS to cover. The question is, can Tampa Bay stop Jonathan Taylor? The game plan for the last 3 opponents of Indianapolis has been to stop Jonathan Taylor, and yet no one's been able to do so. He's got 473 yards and 7 rush touchdowns in his last 3 games, which is insane. But Tampa Bay does have a high-ranked rush defense, but it has been vulnerable as of late. So look for Jonathan Taylor to run the ball. Bucks have a banged-up defense as well. They've got some starters missing, both in the secondary and on the D-line. I usually like to take the home team, and the Indianapolis Colts are at home, so that is a little bit of an edge going to them as well. And really, Indianapolis is just going to keep Tom Brady on the sideline. I think that they're just going to run the ball down their throat, and I think they're going to dominate the time of possession. The defense has been playing well, and they're not going to be asking Carson Wentz to do too much. So I'm going to take Indianapolis to cover and win straight up 27-24. Next is the Carolina Panthers visiting the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to take Miami to cover. Miami's won 3 straight, and they've only allowed 36 points over 3 games and forced 7 turnovers. If they play like they did versus Baltimore, stopping the run, I would expect them to win and win comfortably. Because with Cam Newton as your quarterback, the added dimension of having the run can be to your benefit, but the defense that Miami's been playing as of late, especially against the run, has been very impressive. So if you can keep both Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton from running and force Cam to throw, I think that will play into Miami's favor. And look out, Miami's won 3 straight. If they win, this is 4 straight, and they've got a pretty favorable schedule coming up for the next month. So look for them in the wild card race in that wide open AFC. So I've got Miami winning 20-14. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans visiting the New England Patriots in Foxborough. I have New England both winning and covering that spread. The Patriots have the best points differential in the NFL. They've been dominating, and they're coming off of that shutout win on Thursday Night Football against the Atlanta Falcons. And their defense has been playing like it's the best defense in the NFL, and they're at home. The Patriots have also won 5 straight games. After starting the season 2-4, Mac Jones has been playing well. Mac Jones isn't going to throw for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, or maybe he will, but not consistently. But he's not really going to make those back-breaking mistakes, and he's really playing into that New England way, which is kind of like that dinking and dunking, and really he does just look like Tom Brady reincarnated. So I think New England got exactly what they wanted by drafting quarterback Mac Jones. Tannehill turned the ball over 4 times last week in the loss to the Houston Texans, who are 2-8 and haven't won since week 1. So you can't give this New England defense anything. You can't turn the ball over 4 times. So, I mean, look for New England to force some turnovers and make this game ugly for Tannehill and this Tennessee offense, who was really depleted, obviously without their running back and really engine for their team in Derrick Henry. They're also missing Julio Jones, who's on the IR, and they will be without AJ Brown this week. So really, they don't have a lot of options. They released Adrian Peterson. So I'm gonna say this is a blowout. I'm gonna take New England 31, Tennessee 10. And last, we have the Minnesota Vikings visiting the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to take San Francisco to cover. The San Francisco defense finally woke up as of late, and they've rallied a couple of impressive wins. The offense has been utilizing that Swiss Army knife, Deebo Samuel, perfectly. He's been running the ball, catching the ball, playmaking, run after the catch. He's just been playing physical, good football. And I think he's really one of the underrated players in this league. And I think San Francisco has one of the underrated offenses in this league with that running game. And then, of course, with George Kittle, who is one of the best blocking tight ends and catching tight ends in the league. So I think that San Francisco is really just going to drain the clock running against that 29th ranked defense that the Vikings have. And I think that they're going to win comfortably. I'd say San Francisco 20, Minnesota 13. Thanks for listening to this week's picks. Tune in for my Monday show where I go over what happened and go over my picks and see how everything transpired. So thanks for watching.